It's to do, I think that there is a translation of what is in Hebrew, Heychal, to a palace. What it's, um, I would I would suggest that it's closer to temple. The temple in terms even of the way, let's say, Christian will call synagogia, a synagogue, meaning a gathering. So this is why I didn't understand the word palace. But it has to do with the temple. It has to do with the state of what actually temple means in terms of state of the evolution of Malchut. So we have three major states in her evolution. One, when she is called field, which suggests that there is consciousness who entered the ability to actually work it, meaning to reform the land, meaning the will, the material, or the essence, nature. Okay, the nature of they are able to treat Malchut with the perception of the nature of a field, meaning that it can be worked. It means it can be turned into something that can grow. So actually we're moving from desert to field, something that is completely outside of the ability to grow anything or to be useful, into first state is the field. So this is Malchut name when spirit consciousness enters her nature in order to turn her into a place that can give or will enable growth of the spirits. Okay. Now the second stage is called home. Home. To be a home. Okay. A home for. Yeah. So it's as you can see, it's something that has to do with a closer relationship of Malchut with that which she intends to serve, meaning it's a cohabitation. It's a possible cohabitation of the higher with Malchut, and temple is actually that we manage to fulfill the intention of the Creator and to turn all creation into the temple of his or her, its intention, meaning, its will to bestow goodness. So you can say that a temple is the final reforming state of Malchut. Now, as you can see, all the Sfirot actually can get the name of temples, of Heychalot. Now, within the word Heychal in Hebrew, it suggests that we are able to include all that pertains to the nature of father and mother, meaning to the nature of wisdom and bina. Okay, wisdom and understanding, chokhmah and bina. According to the instructions, because we as createes, as the children of Zeranpin and Malchut, can actually the produce of Bina, and therefore, if we are holding the territory and the ecology of her nature, which is to bestow, we are able to make each sphera a temple, some sort of a temple. So the temple of Hod has to do with healing that which is separated, and the produce of healing is beauty, and that's Hod. It pertains to beauty.
I thought to
Pretending
birth.
to beauty or to be beautiful has a direct link to an expression of wisdom. Okay, so I'll break for one moment. One of the let's say, how would I call it? One of the stories, let's be accurate, or the legend. Okay, that would be fine. One of the legend pertaining beauty has to do with the fact that there was time in human history where beauty, meaning the way that light could illumine through human body, was a sign of the attainment, of the spiritual attainment. There was no separation between even the corporal body and what it could sort of transfer or allow light to pass through. Okay, it stopped actually with Rabbi Yochanan, and there is a story, a particular story, which will maybe sometime we'll study it. So it's somehow it created such a rift between the corporeal possibility to actually portray or express or be the chamber. Maybe Heychal, the best translation is a chamber. Okay, to be the chamber of, or to echo, or to be really the echo box of that possibility of the light. This separation actually need to be healed, and the consciousness about the separation from wisdom and from the ability of our corporeal will and state to actually express light is called the opposite of hod, which in Hebrew it's sickness, dave. Okay? So that which is opposite to the beauty that could be portrayed through Malchut. So this is why the first impossibility is or reforming. We start there to reunite. You can say the expression of our or the fact of our existence as a vessel of expression of the higher, of light. So to heal this rift and this separation is the beginning of the connection of Malchut to the root of herself, to the root of the intention of her creation. This is why it's mentioned here. And it's very difficult because we are not able to see it. What we see is actually the separation. What we see is the rift, is the abyss that actually separate corporality and spirituality. Okay, so but in order to sort of to heal it, you cannot start with deeds and doing within the corporeal. You have to sort of study and be pulled to the higher in order to be able to reconnect it in the right way. So it will express it.